Welcome, Gemini. This is Carolyn with Intuitive Enlightenment Tarot, here to do How Do They Feel About You Now. This is going to be for Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. And let's get the story started here. I thank you guys for all your likes, shares, subscribes. Cross-watchers, you're welcome to watch the story play out. You may hear your side of the story in there. Continue to please hit the like, share, subscribe. It does help with the algorithms. If it resonates, claim it. If it doesn't, chuck it in the bucket. This is going to be some Gemini stories, okay? All right, so let's get started. I'm going to do the universal prayer as well as the frequency bowl. So please bear with me and let's get it going. Divine Spirit and guides, please bless all universal beings with happiness, prosperity, stability, and abundance. We know happiness begets happiness and misery loves company. All right, let's do this, Gemini. Let's find out how your person, the person that you are on the outs with, the person that you're in a complicated relationship with, the person that may be someone that you haven't been with for a while. How does this person feel about you? And you'll know who this person is because it's the person that's on your mind and your heart still too, where you still think about them. All right. So I've already shuffled the deck, but I'm going to go ahead and shuffle it a couple of times. They're thick, so I have to shuffle it a certain way. All right, Divine Spirit and guides, please give me the messages that Gemini needs to hear. All right, that one fell out. All right, so this one completely fell out. The Queen of Cups in the upright is Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio energy, about somebody that's open to receiving and giving love. Since it was in the reverse, the person is closed. The person that you're dealing with, how do they feel about you now? They're closed to any idea of opening themselves up and giving love and receiving love from you. They're not in a very good emotional stable place. They're very emotionally unstable right now. They're in their feelings and they're unstable. They're not in a good place. Okay, Gemini? So the person that you're dealing with, the first card that fell out was that they're not open to receiving and giving any love at this time. So whatever the fallout was or whatever happened in that relationship, they're not entertaining any kind of emotion for it right now towards you. All right, that should be it. All right, Divine Spirit and guides, please give me, oh Lord. Okay, so Gemini, you got some messages. Okay, so we got the Empress, we got the Knight of Cups in reverse. What other energies do we have? Okay, we have Gemini, the Temperance card. What other energies do we have? We have the card of the Sun, the Moon. This is your person, Gemini. How do they feel about you? The Divine Spirit and guides, I guess they have a lot to say, this person, because they're spitting it out and flying around like, I don't even have to ask. Divine Spirit and guides, give me 3 more cards, please, for Gemini's person and how they feel about Gemini now. Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus's person. How do they feel about the situation now? 2 more cards, please, for Gemini's person. How do they feel about them now? What do we have for Gemini's person? I have, yeah. And 1 more card, please, for Gemini's person. How they feel about Gemini now? How do they feel about Gemini at this moment in time? This is whether you're in the relationship, it's complicated, on the outs, been on and off, or just haven't seen this or spoke to this person in a while. This is going to be their feelings, okay? I have more than one. So we're going to go ahead and make another column over here. All right, so let's get your story here. The person that you are dealing with and has feelings still for you, they just are, you know, how they're feeling about you now is they're not open to entertaining any receiving or giving of any emotions to you at all. They're in a very emotionally unstable place. They're focusing on their nurturing, their potential for growth. They're putting themselves first after feeling like they just don't want to take any offers right now. There are no offers that they're going to put out. There's no offers they're entertaining that when it comes to love, okay? The person is still feeling the karmic breakup. The lesson that was learned, they are dissecting it right now and working on their potential for nurturing themselves and growing and healing, basically, is what I hear intuitively. So they're not open to not your love, receiving your love or giving love or anything like that. They're not entertaining love, period, from anybody, all right? And they're not wanting to offer love to anybody because they're working on this karmic lesson that they're trying to dissect, retrospect, and it's going to take them focusing on themselves with the Empress card to come to terms with what happened. Okay, it was a big ending for them. There's no go back on the world card. Again, you could be dealing with a Sagittarius. You don't have to be. We got a Libra here. We got a Sagittarius here. So this person is taking the time to heal, balance. If you're not working with a Sagittarius, this person is taking time out, balancing, being patient with themselves, because they're working on their total emotional fulfillment. Could be dealing with a Leo. They're working on their happiness, their total emotional fulfillment, it doesn't, and the total emotional fulfillment card is not just love. They're working on everything. They want to be happy in all aspects of their life. Right now, their love life, their emotional balance is very unstable, and they realize that they need to focus on putting themselves first. They're not entertaining offers of love for anybody or giving love to anybody, and not towards you either. They are dissecting the ending, that karmic lesson that they had to learn from you. They're in uncharted territory. Unless you're dealing with the Pisces, they're in uncharted territories, which means that they don't know really how to act. They don't know where they're going from here. They're trying to retrospect on it, but they're not in a hurry. They're taking their time and being patient with themselves, focusing on nurturing themselves after that event. But they are on uncharted territories. They're working on their shadow side on what they take away from this karmic ending that y'all had. Okay, I have the Three of Wands. They're waiting for their ships to come in. They're being patient. They don't know where they want to be, where they want to go, but they do know that they want their total emotional fulfillment, and not just in love. They want all areas of their aspects of their life to be balanced. Okay, so they're not focusing on love at this time. They're just waiting for their ships to come in. They have walked away from ever being able to come back to you, because the World card is the last card in the tarot deck, which is being the ending, which means that you have learned what karmically you can possibly learn from that relationship. So there's no, even if you did return to it, there's no more lessons to be learned. So this person realizes that they're not coming back. They've walked away for good. Okay. So Gemini, this person has walked away for good. They realize that there's no more karmic lessons, and their evolution and their ascension involves them moving on completely. Okay. They trust their gut instincts on this. They trust their gut instincts that for them, their prosperity and stability lies on them becoming prosperous and abundant and stable, of a permanent nature, and grounded. That's where they're at. Okay. And the Ace of Swords is that they've gotten divine intervention of clarity, knowledge, and divine as to the no, as to why. Why did it happen? Why is it that me and Gemini didn't make it? What did I learn from it? They've gotten that Ace of Swords divine intervention of clarity, knowledge on the situation, and they're focusing on their abundance and moving on. They're waiting for their ships to come in. They trust their instincts is right, that walking away from you was the right thing to do. For their sake, they feel like they are in uncharted territory, but they're willing to move on because they realize that it's over. They realize there was nothing karmically. They were really hurt about it, because obviously they're focusing on themselves, and they're not even worried about or thinking about love. I don't even think they're dating anymore right now. Okay, so it was very traumatic for them, Gemini. Whatever that situation is. Okay, so let's get some clarification on some of these cards. Let me get, why is the Queen of Cups, why are they, this person, Gemini Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus's person, not even entertaining any Queen of Cups stability, emotional stability, open to receiving and giving love? Okay, so this person felt that they felt like you were their soulmate. Okay, so whatever happened, Gemini, this person was blindsided. They feel like that you were their soulmate. They had waited a long time for you to come around, Three of Wands, okay, with waiting for your ships to come in. And they had to walk away, though, because your energies to them, Gemini, was an in and out energy. You were very passionate, very giving, very loving, but you were not a permanent. You were in and out. You weren't offering them the stability that they needed, is what I'm intuitively hearing, Gemini. Okay, so let's go ahead and hit this Knight of Cups. Why are they not even entertaining, open to receiving and giving love of any kind to anyone? Not even, needless to say, not even Gemini. Yeah, they're in a Ten of Swords moment. They're living their mini death. Okay, the Ten of Swords is when there's no go back. Something blindsided you. You were backstabbed. You were left blindsided. You didn't expect this. And so they're going through a mini death. And so they're not even entertaining offering or giving or receiving love from anybody right now, Gemini. They're still going through the Ten of Swords, which is the pain of this World card. The World card is being clarified by the divine energy. Ace of Swords is about when the universe gives you true knowledge and clarity on why something happens, what you need to do, how do you need to go on from there. This is what this person is getting on that. They're getting that retrospection. They're not entertaining love right now. They're dissecting and retrospecting on why the soulmate karmic tie ended the way it did and trying to get an understanding, okay? And they're taking the time to be patient and heal themselves, working on getting their total emotional fulfillment. The Moon card is either dealing with a Pisces, or it is that they're in uncharted territories. They really don't know where they're going right now. They're just waiting for their ships to come in again. But let's clarify that Moon card for Gemini. All right, Five of Swords, yeah. So they don't understand why you didn't speak your truth, why you didn't let them know up front how you felt. The Five of Swords, clarifying the Moon card, is that they're trying to understand your truth. They're trying to understand what you were communicating to them. What you got off your chest, they weren't even understanding. I mean, they're like, where is this coming from? There was no warning on this is how I didn't even know how that Gemini felt this way, right? So they're trying to come to terms with what you spoke, what your truth was, and they were blindsided because they weren't even entertaining that as how you felt. But let's go ahead and get this Eight of Cups. The Eight of Cups is being clarified by justice. They feel like the right thing to do to scales for their scales to be balanced. The right thing to do, Libra energy, and the fair thing to do is just to walk away and not entertain coming back, because it's not something that they want to relive. They didn't even understand where you were coming from. It blindsided them. They're going through a mini death. They're getting clarity and divine retrospect on why and what, they really felt like you were their soulmate tie. And you could have. There could have been a lesson to learn behind it, right? Let's get this. I'm going to hit one more card. The High Priestess, please. The High Priestess for Gemini. Nine of Swords, they have anxiety and they're trusting their gut instinct that walking away was the best thing that they could ever do and not go back. The Nine of Swords is that they have anxiety, panic attacks just thinking about entertaining going back to you, is what I hear. They're trusting their gut instinct that it would be very awful for them to go back, is with the Nine of Swords on top of the High Priestess, okay? All right, so I'm going to get you some divine messages here on what your person felt like or what they're feeling like. This is divinely guided messages of love. Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus's person, how they're feeling about Gemini right now. Give me a message, please, on how Gemini's person is feeling about them. They feel sabotage. I mess up the good things in my life sometimes. They trusted that you weren't going to hurt them. They trust that you were going to communicate with them. They thought that it was going to be a permanent situation, but the situation was too unstable for them, and they sabotage it by putting too much faith in the relationship. Runner, I don't want to run anymore. This person doesn't want to run anymore, and they felt like in the relationship with you, they were constantly running, chasing after you. They felt like you weren't in it to win it, but they were, from this energies of the King of Wands. They just felt like they didn't understand your truth. They don't understand why you didn't speak your truth, but they're not entertaining running anymore. I don't want to run anymore. And they felt that they were chasing you intuitively, is what I'm feeling. Okay. I know it usually runner means that they're running away from a situation, but these the person that you're dealing with here, Gemini, they feel like they don't want to chase you anymore. All right. They feel like they were chasing you and you weren't wanting a permanent relationship, but you weren't speaking it to them. You weren't letting them know. Unappreciated. I feel like you didn't care. I feel like you didn't care, Gemini. Holding back. I should have expressed myself better. They should have spoke their truth. Maybe that Five of Swords is, and the Moon card is, hey, I wish I would have spoke my truth to Gemini and let them know how I really felt about things. I felt soul contract. The lessons I learned from us will never be forgotten. Remember I told you that this world card with the total ending and this person's going through a mini death, Gemini? That they're getting truth and clarity from the divine universe. Yeah, the lesson I learned from us is still never going to be forgotten. That's that clarity that they're getting from the universe, okay? Responsibilities, I have to take care of my financial and emotional needs. This is the Empress card being clarified. This person is focusing on nurturing themselves, their potential for growth. They're not entertaining love at all. Either ways, okay? All right, so Gemini, that is the reading that I have for you about how your person feels about you. If it resonates, claim it. If it doesn't, chuck it in the bucket. Some Geminis needed to hear that. Until we read again, be safe, like, share, and subscribe. I really appreciate it. Take care.